So today we're going to be talking about the biggest news to come out of the combat sports world within the last week or so. So let's start off with the biggest one, which is Usyk versus Tyson Fury has now been postponed to May the 18th. Now this is because Tyson Fury did get cut during sparring, and I will say here first off, because there's a lot of mixed reviews about this whole situation between Usyk and Fury, the cut was bad. For people saying he's scared of Alexander Usyk and things like this, look at the cut that Tyson Fury has sustained, where it is as well, and how deep the cut looks. Now, what I will say is, postponement to May the 18th, I feel like is a bit long. Now, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know how long Tyson Fury needs to recover from this, but I feel like a couple of weeks he should be okay to go. Maybe like March, mid-March, I thought they would have put this to, but not May the 18th. And now with this Fury having to pull out, all the speculation has started being like, will we even see this matchup? Is Tyson Fury now ducking Alexander Usyk, etc., etc.? Will we see this fight? Yes. I can't remember the guy who's organising this. Turkey Al Sheikh, I think that's what you call the guy, but he said if anyone pulls out, it's 10 million out of their own pocket that is going to have to go to the other fighter. So, and that's massive money, let's be honest, that's mega money. Both fighters will not want to lose that. Yes, they're already multi-millionaires, but 10 million is 10 million. And I feel like Fury, I know he said he doesn't care about legacy, but he does care about legacy. Every fighter cares about legacy. And I feel like Fury won't want this to stay in his career. I feel like we definitely will get this matchup. Now, the big question that I have from this is, who will benefit more from the time off? Will it be Fury? Will it be Usyk? My prediction now, I'm a boxing casual, I'm not going to lie. I only stay tuned in for the big fights, to be honest, when it comes around the sport of boxing. I'm not going to sit here and lie to everybody. But for me, anyway, I feel like Tyson Fury is just too big for Alexander Usyk, and he moves very well. Now, did he look great against Francis Ngannou? No, he did not. But Francis Ngannou was basically the unknown, and let's face it, nobody expected that from Francis Ngannou. No one expected him to perform the way he performed. But yeah, my early prediction for this matchup is that Fury is too big, moves too well for Alexander Usyk, and I feel like he's going to bully him in there to a unanimous decision. It's pretty shitty that we're not seeing this matchup when it was meant to take place. It is arguably the biggest fight to take place in 2024, but at least we are still going to get it. Next up, we've got this. Now, this is out there because I don't know how true or not this is, but anyway, this is that Tom Aspinall might be defending his interim title against Ciryl Gane at UFC 300. Now, I honestly don't really think this is going to happen, but I have seen on social media, and it has picked up quite a lot of buzz. I don't even think Gane deserves to fight Tom Aspinall after what happened. Tom Aspinall beat Tybura, called out Ciryl Gane, then went to Paris to basically set up the fight between him and Ciryl Gane after he beat Sergey Spivak. And it just did not happen. So then Tom Aspinall took the fight on short notice against Sergey Pavlovich, went in there and KO'd him, and now Ciryl Gane is saying that he'll fight Tom Aspinall now. No, let's just give Ciryl Gane the winner of Blades versus Almeida. I feel like the loser of Blades versus Almeida. I feel like that as well is a good test for Ciryl Gane to see how well he's came on in the grappling, etc. And the winner of that, in my opinion, is basically clear cut to fight Tom Aspinall, because realistically, Tom Aspinall is the undisputed champion. That's no disrespect to John Jones, but he's not fighting the guy who's next in line, and when he fights Stipe, he's going to retire. I just want to touch on this quickly. I feel like it will be a great matchup, but I feel like Tom Aspinall is just too well rounded for Ciryl Gane. I feel like on the feet this would be very competitive, but I definitely feel like Tom Aspinall would utilise his grappling in here, and he is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and I feel like he'd be pretty aggressive looking for the finish against Ciryl Gane, and I feel like he would find it early second round, maybe first round. Tom Aspinall is that good. I've said it for time now. I don't think anybody in the heavyweight division is going to beat this guy, but I just want to touch on this quickly, just to get everyone's opinion. Next up, we're going to move up on to Jake Paul. Jake Paul has announced that he is fighting again on Saturday, March the 2nd in Puerto Rico. He is not the main event. He is the co-main event, I believe, to the Serrano matchup. Yeah, Ryan Borland, I think that's how you say the guy's name, 17-2 with 6 KOs. I mean, let's just call it what it is. Jake Paul, these are the steps that Jake Paul should be taking in his road to becoming a world champion. What do people expect? The people that were complaining about this, who do they expect in the fight? Bivol? I mean, the guy is basically a novice still. He's going in there against a guy who's got way more experience than him and a guy that's 17 and 2. Now, is this guy Ryan any good? I have no idea. I think Jake Paul is just okay as a boxer. He does have some okay wins for where he should be at his level, in my opinion. But this is the issue, and I feel like Jake Paul knows this. That's why he's going as the co-main event. This is the issue Jake Paul's going to run into now. People aren't going to watch Jake Paul for his boxing ability because there's far better boxers than Jake Paul. What people will watch Jake Paul for is because of his name value. And normally, what made a Jake Paul fight feel big is whenever he was facing another guy that had name value. And the route he's taken now, the traditional boxing route, Jake Paul is going to suffer with pay-per-view buys because people aren't going to watch this because no one knows who this guy Ryan is. And like I said, Jake Paul isn't this world-class boxer that people are dying to see fight. So that's going to be the issue Jake Paul runs into with these sort of matchups. But he's basically said this is the route he wants to take. He wants to become a world champion. And fair play to the guy. He is doing the right steps. This is what he should do. You look at all other boxing champions. You look at Canelo, Mayweather, Gervonta Davis. Who were they fighting in their 9th pro matchup? You couldn't name them. So yeah, fair play to Jake Paul. I expect him to win this matchup. But like I said, I don't even know who this other guy is. And finally, this is apparently meant to be the rumoured UFC 301 card in Brazil. Now, this is actually a pretty good card, and there's some mega names on it. Mega names is a bit much. Some big names on it. You've got Adrian Yanez. You've got Magomedov, Sharapit Magomedov. You've got Morales. You've got Edson Barboza and Josh Emmett. You've got Paul Craig, who's a big name for the UK fans. You've got Pantoja versus TBD. Who knows who he's going to be facing. Then you've got the big fight. This fight in Brazil is massive, and I'll tell you why. Alex Pereira is one of the biggest stars the UFC had to date, and the Brazilian fans will know about Jamal Hill after what he done to Glover Teixeira. So this is kind of similar to the Pereira-Yuri Prohaska matchup, where there is already that built-in history between the guys, and the fact that this would be in Brazil will be even bigger. Now, who will Pantoja face? I feel like he's either going to face Brandon Moreno in a trilogy, or Brandon Royval, Moreno would be Moreno 4, I believe, or Royval in a trilogy. Now, Albazi, I think, would be a good matchup for him. Someone new, but he pulled out, so you can't really put him in there above these two guys, I don't think. Then you've got another great matchup, which is Josh Emmett versus Edson Barboza. Emmett is coming off that brutal first round KO over Bryce Mitchell, and Edson Barboza is coming off that war against Sadiq Yusuf. Now, in a quite literal sense, I think Edson Barboza would kick the living shit out of Josh Emmett, and I feel like he'd finish him in this matchup, to be honest. Then you've got Aldana, who's coming off that absolute war in her last matchup. Overall, this is a pretty good card, and I'd be happy for it to be 301. Glad to see Hill getting his shot at the title, which he deserves. But yeah, those are some of the biggest news stories surrounding the world of combat sports recently. I'm back again, like I said, with the consistent uploads. I appreciate all the support, and as always, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. It does really help me out. Let me know your opinions on all the stories I've covered below. And what have I forgot to say? Yeah, social medias are linked above. And as always, I will see you again in the next one.